Hello, Sergeant Devil Dog here. Welcome to episode 29 in my series on construction simulators. In this episode, we are looking for a new contract. So the first thing we need to do is go into our jobs list. We go to contracts. We have a garage extension, a single family home, a holiday house, a transport job. We have a tea house, and we have a water system. We might actually do this Teahouse because we haven't done this before. Rightio, there is 5 stages to this Teahouse. First thing we're going to do is pick up a couple of things. So what we'll do is we'll accept the job. Now we'll go into our vehicle fleet and we need to actually grab our truck and a trailer and head to the building supply store to pick up some building supplies. So we'll jump in this truck and we'll hook it up to our large trailer. And then we'll head off to the building supply store. It's saying we have a stormwater pipe we need to replace. So reverse back a little bit more until the hit X to couple up. So I'll change the camera view. So looking out the front. We'll drive off. As we drive out the front gate, we'll turn to our right and head up the hill to the building supply store. Wait for the automatic gate to open. Once we actually turn to our right, I'll cut the video and I'll meet this when we get to the building supply store. Right now we're coming up to the building supply store now. This is the same store we went to in episode 1 to pick up our trailer and pipe. So what we'll do is swing around the back here, do a big U-turn in the back car park, and then we'll park the truck inside the yellow square, so when we get our supplies we can auto load the trailer. So we'll just nose up this way a little bit, then we'll change our camera angle, make sure we're actually inside the square. Well, we'll just nudge forward a tiny bit more. Right, now we can jump out of our truck and run down to the front gate to the office. Once we get to the office, we simply hold the triangle button in and it'll take us into our inventory. As you can see, there's a few different things here with a red circle on them. We'll actually buy all these items because they'll fit on the trailer. You simply just keep clicking on the item until it goes, the red circle goes green, and then they'll tell you you've got enough quantity of that individual item. Once all the squares are green, rightio, we can go in the checkout. Make sure you highlight the auto load, then hold the X button down to purchase the load. Right, now we'll run back around and we'll actually see that all the material is loaded nicely onto the back of our trailer. It's nicely sorted out for us, and nothing seems to be double stacked, which will make it easier to unload. Right, so now we can climb back into our truck. I'll change my camera view again. So I'm looking out the front windscreen of my truck. And we'll just head off. We'll just go straight across this intersection and follow this road down to our job site. So I'll cut the video and I'll catch up to you when we get closer to the job site. Right, we're just coming up to the job site now. It's at the next set of traffic lights. So I might pull into this car park early. We've got to watch this pedestrian. I wish he would actually move. He's got a truck coming up behind him, so I'll change the camera angle. We might actually work our way around this guy without trying to run him over. And I'll just swing around and actually park next to the construction site. Not a very big construction site area. So I'll just park over this side of the fence and then we'll jump out and run over and have a look at the construction site. There seems to already be a hole dug in the ground with a busted pipe in it. So it wants us to lift that pipe out and place it here on this blue square. So what we'll do is we'll go over here and we'll erect our crane. Simply hold the triangle button in. If you want to erect your crane, hold the X button in and our crane's up. So What we need to do is extend the hook out a little bit and then lower it right down to the ground so we can actually hook up this pipe. As you can see, there's a white circle on the ground. That is where our hook is going to land. So we need to bring that white circle over top of the blue circle on the busted pipe. Once it goes green, we've lined up, hit the X button, hook the ropes up. So we'll just swing it back over here and put it in the marked area. We'll lower it down to the ground, hit the X button to unhook, and now we'll go get the piece off our back of our truck. So we'll just work the white circle across the piece of pipe on the truck. Line our white circle up over the blue circle on the pipe, and then lower the hook down. Once it goes green, hit the X button to hook the pipe up. Remember to lift it up over the fence. And we'll just swing back and then drop it in place. And as you can see, there's a highlighted area where we need to place the pipe. Once the highlighted area goes green, hit the X button and it will auto hook up. Now it's actually asking us to fill in the trench. So what we need to do, it's recommended we actually use an excavator. So I'll bring up our vehicle store and I'll just hit the X button to enter the store, and we'll have to buy an excavator. It recommends we use this black one, but I like the Cat's better, so I'll actually purchase this Cat excavator. Now we'll exit out. Now we go into a vehicle fleet and highlight the excavator and hold down the X button to enter the excavator. Then we'll fast travel the excavator back to the job site. The excavator looks to be a little bit too big for this job, but I've never used this excavator before, so I wasn't too sure how big it is. What we'll do is change the camera angle, and now we'll just drive it over. We'll reach over the hole in the ground and actually drag the dirt back into the hole. And we'll just work our way around here to this side of the hole, and then we can reach over and pull all the dirt into the hole to fill the hole back in. Alright, we'll just park here somewhere. We'll swing around. As you can see, there's a white circle on the ground. This is where your bucket will land on the ground. This will help you line up tipping dirt in the back of your truck, or when you need to tip your bucket out. So just bring it in. Kind of flick our bucket forward to tip the dirt out of it. There we go, we'll reach over the pile and grab another bucket. We're lifting the tracks off the ground. Try to fill up a full bucket and drag it forward. Alright, tipped a bit of it out, so we'll keep trying to drag this face forward. Try to drag it forward. Now we'll flick the bucket and try to empty it in the hole. Alright, we'll just go for another bucket, reach out as far as we can. Drag this forward. It's actually a lot easier to use an excavator in real life than it is in this game. Rightio, I'll actually flick this forward, try to flick the bucket out. What I might do is actually cut the video here, and I'll see you when we get further along the job. Rightio, we're at 84%. It's taken us a little bit. We've gone into some night time trying to fill in this hole. It seems to be we've got to a point where it won't actually finish filling the hole in until we actually excavate excess dirt outside the hole. So what we'll do is we'll go and quickly grab our dump truck. So we need to go in the company vehicle fleet, highlight our dump truck, hold down the X button to fast travel to our dump truck. And then what we'll do now is we'll drive this back to the job site. We'll just go out the front gate and turn left. It's only just down the road a couple of 100 metres at the set of traffic lights. So I'll just drive down here. We'll just head straight ahead. We're coming up to the traffic lights now, so we'll just pull in next to the excavator and we'll actually dump a couple of loads of dirt in the back of the truck, and hopefully this should finish off this part of the job. I'm not too sure where to park the truck. because of the reach of this excavator. We'll just grab our first bucket of dirt. Take a big scoop out. So that's taking up to 96. Looks like my reach is a bit longer than I thought, so I'll have to move this dump truck further away. So I'll just reverse back a little bit and move it a bit to the left. Try just to drive up over this block of dirt. Jump out of the truck, run back around, jump in the excavator. We'll grab our next bucket of dirt. We're at 97%, I'll just tip this one in. Still a bit too close. We'll grab another bucket. I didn't get anything in the bucket that time. Just reach further back. Grab the bucket back. Dig into the pile. Right, we're at 99%. We only need 1% more, so it'll just be simple. Drag the bucket in, and it might actually finish the job up. There we go, 100%. Now it's actually asking us to remove the excavator and the dump truck from the job site. I'll just tip this bucket of dirt out. We'll move this excavator first. We'll just reverse back. We'll park it on the left hand side next to the traffic lights. I'll just get back out on the street. Swing around here to our right. We'll just park it on this side of the fence. I'm pretty sure we need to use this excavator 3 or 4 times, so we'll just leave it here. Now I'll run back around and jump in the dump truck. We'll sell the dirt in the back of the dump truck, and then I'll move the dump truck over next to our semi. No, we didn't make that much money that time. There we go. Reverse it out on the street. Now it's actually asking us to remove some topsoil. So it looks like we've got to dig a couple of pits. So I'll drive the dump truck back up here onto the block. Park it roughly halfway between the two places we have to dig out, and now we'll climb back in the excavator, move the excavator back over, just reverse back out onto the street, swing around to our right. We'll start from the right end of the job and work our way back towards where the truck's parked. Swing around. Now we can tram forward and go right to the far side of the job. You can actually see we've got 2 yellow areas we need to excavate. What we do is we just keep digging out the area until we hit 100%. It doesn't actually say how deep you need to dig it until you start digging. So once we've dug a little bit, we'll try to work out how deep we need to go. So we'll just reach out over the back of the yellow line, take 1 full bucket out, and we'll lift it up over this way, and we'll reposition our truck to tip the dirt in. Right, my truck's a little bit too far away, so we'll go and reposition the truck. I have to go right around the other side. There we go, I'll reverse back and then move the truck under the bucket. Right, start heading forward. Swing the truck around so it's right down to the bucket. Right, we'll jump back in the excavator and we'll start digging out this hole. As you can see, 1 bucket took 5% of the job, so that's roughly 20 buckets to finish the 100% of this pit. Right, dig another hole, another bucket out right next to the first bucket. Make sure we reach over the back of the yellow line and dig forward. Didn't really get a full scoop that time, that was only 2%. Reach back and do another full scoop here. Drag right along. Tip this bucket back out. And you can see we're up to 12% now. What I'll do is I'll hold the triangle button in. They'll actually show you the job site. Whatever's in red you need to excavate out. When it's green you're at the right depth. So it looks like it has to be roughly 1 bucket deep across the whole job site, which is nice and easy to do. So we'll just work our way across to level with the truck, and then we'll actually reposition the excavator and dig out some more. It's nice and easy when you've only got to go 1 bucket deep. We'll just tip this one out. We're up to 23%, it's coming on quite good. Reach a bit higher. Yeah, we'll come back a little bit. Start a second line here. Start digging back towards ourselves. Right, what I might do is cut the video here and restart it when we get a bit closer to the job. Rightio, I'm up to 97% on this section of the job. We'll just take a couple more buckets out of this corner. There we go, we've hit 100% of this first pit. I'll tip that bucket out. And now we need to start digging our second pit, which is this little hexagonal square here. Rightio, we'll take one bucket. Right. It's quite a fair bit out of that, so it looks like we'll only have to do 3 or 4 scoops out of this little square, or this little hexagonal pit. There you go. Make sure when you dig this one, you dig right around the yellow borders on it. What we might have to do is reposition the truck so I can get that last bucket. I'll just reverse back a tiny bit. Still looks like I'm a tiny bit too close to the excavator, tipping a fair bit of dirt over the back. There go again. Drop in just before the yellow line, start digging through, and there we go, we've hit 100%. It's now asking us to remove the dump truck and the excavator from the job site yet again. So we'll reset the excavator and then I'll just drive it back and place it in the same position as I did the first time. I'll just work our way around here beside the fence. Then I'll run back and jump in the dump truck. We'll sell the dirt yet again and we'll move the dump truck off site. Go in, we'll sell it. Once we clear the job site, all those extra piles of dirt will actually move. So don't worry too much about them. So we'll park here, head back around. It's now asking us to drop off our 3 bulk bags of material. So we'll run back around and climb in our crane. Our 3 bulk bags are on the back of the truck. So we'll move our hook over to the back of our truck, pick up our first white bag, simply line up the white circle with the blue circle on top of the bag. When the blue circle goes green, hit the X, we'll lift the bag up. Remember to lift it up over the fence, so you don't do what I just done. Run it in the fence, and we'll start with the far one first. Drop the bulk bag down. Move our white circle back over the second bag. Right, lower our hook down. No, hit the X button, hook up. Lift our bag a bit higher this time. Swing it across. Drop it on the furthest bag away from the truck. Hit the X. Now we'll go back and get the third bag. We'll lower our hook down, hit the X, lift the bag up, and we'll swing it across and drop it in our last position. Hit the X, we'll lift our hook up a tiny bit, and then we'll jump out of our crane because it's actually asking us to open the bulk bags now. So we'll run over the bulk bags and simply hold your triangle button down to open your bulk bag. Right, we'll head over to this one, hold the triangle button down and it'll automatically open both bulk bags. And as you can see, it filled the areas up with gravel. Now it's actually asking you to compact the gravel in the holes. So we'll go back to our vehicle fleet, we'll grab our dirt roller, hold the X button to fast travel to our roller, then we'll fast travel our roller back to the job site. And now what we need to do is drive our roller onto the job site. And what we need to do is put on the compactor. Since we're actually driving on dirt, you can leave the compactor on all the time, but it won't switch off. And we'll just drive back and forth over the gravel and compact it down. This one's going to be nice and quick. Right, there we go, we've hit 100%, so we'll keep driving forward onto the second job. Drive right past the edge of the yellow line, and we'll just go back and forth. We won't try turning sideways and cutting around the edges like I normally do, because they only seem to be short runs. So we'll just keep going back and forth and work our way across the pad, left to right. Drive right off the back of the pad, so we get right to the edges. So this looks like where we're going to put up two different buildings on these two pads. Alright. Swing around a little bit. Up to 67%, right, it'll be another 2 or 3 runs and we should have this done. 70. Going up quite quick. 82. Another couple of runs and she should be done. So right down this end first. 93. And there's 100%. So we'll turn off our vibrator. We'll jump out, and what we'll do is we'll turn this vehicle back to the store to get repaired and refueled. So go into vehicle fleet, highlight it, hold the triangle button down to put it back in the shop. And now it's asking us to drop 2 bundles of Rios, so we'll climb back down in our crane. We'll move our hook over to our bundles of Rio on the back of our truck. We'll pick both of these up and place them on the ground. Make sure you lift it high enough so it goes up over the fence. We'll start with the far bundle first. As you can see, there's a blue area on the ground. It wants us to place these 2 bundles down. Once the blue area goes green, hit the X button and you'll unhook your hook. Now we'll head over to the second bundle. Right, lower the hook down. Right, hit the X, we'll lift the bundle up. Swing it up over the fence. And we'll lower it down on its blue square. Hit the X button. It's now asking us to unpack the 2 bundles of Rio, so we'll lift our hook up a tiny bit. We'll jump out of the crane. Then we'll wander over to our bundles. Simply hold the triangle button down to unload the Rio. There we go, looks like we're going to be doing some concreting here in a minute. Right, we'll unbundle this second lot. Right, Now it wants us to pour a couple of slabs, so what we'll have to do is go to our vehicle fleet again, enter our vehicles and grab our concrete truck and pump. So we'll just fast travel to the vehicle, change the camera angle, and we'll drive the concrete truck back down to the job site. So we'll go at the front gate and turn to our left. As you can see, we're 44% of the way through this job. Okay. Moving along quite well. We'll simply head down here. Once we get to the traffic lights, I'll change the camera angle and then we'll move this pump onto the job site. We'll hit the square button, change the camera angle. Alright, now we'll just head across to the job site and I'll park in between both jobs so I don't have to reposition the pump. Just nudge it a little bit further on. Right, hold the square button down. Put the legs of the pump down so it levels up. Now we can start lifting our boom up. We'll start turning around to our left. Once we're clear of that line tower, we'll swing out our boom, swing out the under boom, and then roll over the third boom. So a nozzle comes down. As you can see, there's a white circle on the ground. This is where your nozzle or your pump's going to land. So we need to get this over the Rio. As it's red, we're too high. Once it's green, we'll right to pour. So lift the boom up a little bit, bring it back. Right, now we're over actually where we need to pour the slab. What we can do is actually pre-fill our truck. So we'll go in and quick fill our truck of concrete. We'll start our pump up, our concrete discharge, then our pump. And as you can see, the concrete's flowing out nicely out the nozzle. We'll just simply move this green circle along the slab we need to pour. As you can see, once it goes white, that area is actually full. So you need to keep moving it to make sure your nozzle's green. And then you just work your way all over the slab. And there we go, we've got 100%. So what we'll do is we'll turn our discharge off. What we'll do is we'll swing our boom right around to the next slab. We need to go around to our left. We'll pull our boom back in. Once we've got our green circle going over top of the slab, we can actually start our discharge back up, and then we'll start our pump back up, and we'll start pouring this slab. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button on the bottom left hand side of your screen. Just simply keep moving the nozzle around until you get to the green section. Just back and forth and extend it out. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm just shy of 300 subscribers. I'm trying to get 500 in the next couple of months, so please feel free to subscribe. Rightio, we're finished, so what we'll do is reset the pump. Now we'll go back to drive mode and we'll move this pump off the job site. And we might end it here, we're at 48%. We've nearly gone half hour, so I'll stop the video here. And we'll get back to you in part 2 and we'll hopefully finish off this tea garden. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it catches you on the second video. Radio, bye for now. Thanks for watching.